Hi everyone, Will again here, and it is about 10:30 at night, and what I'm doing tonight is I'm on lambing duty. So we got the singles in here, triplets in here, and what I'm doing today is going to take you guys through a night shift tonight. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please give it a massive like. If you want to see more stuff like this, please smash that subscribe button, and don't forget videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30. Cheers guys, hope you enjoy. So first of all, I'm just in the mothering up pens now, and what I'm going to do is explain to you guys exactly what our setup's like, and what I do at night, and how I do it, and then take you guys through the night shift, all the way through to the morning. Hopefully I can stay awake, and show you guys exactly what I do. So we'll crack on now. So just here we've got all the mothering up pens. So these are 4-foot hurdles by 6 foot. We've got some pallets down the back to tie them to. We've got about 30 pens in here, so I'll walk you down here now guys. So right down in this corner are the ewes that lamb first. So this was the ewe that lamb first. So in the last video, this was the girl that had triplets. So these are a few days old, and as you can see, they're all happy. There's the one just suckling. Then we've got ewe in here. She's just got a harness on because she's a bit ill and had a prolapse. So we're just trying to keep it in. Really nice ewe lamb in there. But yeah, I'll just walk you down the lambs. Sorry, I'll walk you down the ewes now. So these are all the ewes that have lambed so far. We've had, let me just count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's one in the top shed. So there's 10 that have lambed so far, and this is basically mothering up pens. I'll take you over now to the pens to show you what they're like at night and what I get up to. So I've just popped over now, so the mothering up pens are over there, and now we're in with the singles, and the triplets are in there. So the idea with these is we have the singles next to the triplets, so if one lambs next to each other, we can wet adopt. So wet adopt means obviously if one has 3, a ewe only has 2 teats, they struggle to feed them in time. So what we try and do is put one of those lambs onto a single, and life's brilliant. But it doesn't always happen like that, but that's what we try and do. Obviously also want to apologise about the light, it's not brilliant in here, but I hope you can see everything. But yeah, what we basically do is have a wander around the pen, see if any of them have signs of lambing. So signs of lambing would be, say, if they're scratching a nest, if the water bag's out, or you kind of just get to know really what the signs are. But if one's lambing later, I'll show you what the signs are like. But yeah, let's have a wander around, just make sure nothing looks like lambing. Try not to stress them out too much because obviously they're tired, it's at night. But yeah, nothing here looks like it's lambing. We'll just have a wander over to the triplets now. So not too far to go. These are even darker, so I apologise if you can't see, but bear with me. I'll jump over the feed face that you saw I made in another video, and over to the triplets. So these guys just in here, these are all fairly chilled. I've had 6 of these lamb already, and none of these also look like they're lambing, but always got to check them. Just get them up, make sure, no problems, nothing's on them. They look pretty good guys. So what I'm going to do now is take you over to the whiteboard and explain what we do once they lamb. So once they lamb at night, there's a little pen in the corner over there. We pop the ewes in a pen at night just because it can be a bit of a farce to walk them all around in the dark. So pop them in a pen at night, then we walk them into these in the day. So there's 30 set up here. So we're way ahead of the game at the moment, but as I said before, we're going to go over to the whiteboard. So this is the whiteboard where we record everything. So this is Lauren, the girl that's lambing for us, has written this up for me today because she has much neater writing than me. So on here, what I'll just explain, so this is a spray number, so the number you spray on the sides, we're going to get on and do that tomorrow. The ewes ID, so that's its ear tag number, date of birth, lambs, live lambs, all that, and any notes down the side, and that's how we record it. And then all that will go onto my app. So have a little like EID scanner, we zap the tags, and each lamb has each ewe has their own record on my phone. So yeah, that's us done in here. What I'll do is pop up to the top shed now, we'll check them, leave them to settle, and we'll come down again in an hour. So we're now into the top shed now. This is where all the twins are, so I'll just give you a glimpse around the setup. So these are actually walk-through troughs rather than the feed faces that we made out of the scaffolding. So there's a feed rack in the middle, just because there's like originally a 75 in here, so they need plenty of room to feed. So just have a walk around these now, walk around them. But I actually had a quick run of these before I started the video, and none of these are lambing. I'll just explain one thing before all you guys ask. So there's a ewe in here about lambs, and that's because the lambs are actually inside getting warmed up because they're quite cold. But yeah, these are all checked now. What we'll do, I'll show you the lambs inside, then we'll leave it a bit, and then we'll come back down in a little bit. So I've just got round to the lambing room. So this is just across the yard from where the sheds are, and in here we've got those lambs that we're on about. So these are the lambs that have been warmed up. They should be ready to go back with the mum in like 20 minutes, half an hour, so we'll do that in a little bit. And this is the pet lamb that we've got. He's just needs a bit of extra care and attention, but yeah. So I also thought of another thing while I'm here. What I'll do throughout the video, I'll put a little time in the bottom corner so you know exactly what time it is throughout the video. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll see you in an hour, guys, and we'll see what's happening then. So I've just been watching the cameras on my phone. So we got CCTV cameras so we can see the sheep. It's not long after I just came in, but I think one of Singles is lambing, so we'll pop down and see how she's getting on. So guys, I'm just down to the shed now, and I've just seen over the barrier we have a lamb. So down here, one of the ewes has had a single, so here she is. Right, girl, and she's licking it clean. So really nice lamb. There you go, girl. So this is actually a homebred ewe I've just seen. And what I'll do now is just sit over there and keep an eye on her while she licks it clean. Don't want to get involved, so leave her to it. I'll sit there 5 minutes, then we'll pen her up. So that is the pen all set up. So what I'm going to do now is go and get the ewe and lamb and bring her in, get her some water and feed so she's all comfortable and she rehydrates herself, and then leave them for a little bit and make sure they're all right in about half an hour. Right, girl, come on, girlie. Right, Lammy, how are you? Good, Lammy. Let's go. So, come on, Lammy. Good girl. Good girl. So that is the ewe all sorted, and she's in the pen with a lamb. Got her some water. And for all you guys that were wondering, the reason we pen the ewe up now is because some of the ewes that aren't so good at mothers, so these tend to be shearlings, or the ewe lambs, so someone that's not had a lamb before can be quite scared of having the lamb and will run off from the lamb and just leave it. So by penning them up, it makes sure that they get the lamb to mother bond, as you should say, and they're all okay. So this one's literally 5 minutes on its knees and it's trying to suckle, so really good news. We'll leave them to it. She'll probably have a drink in a minute too, and then they'll all be alright. So I'm going to pop back up. I'll be back in half an hour, and then what I'll do is feed the lambs over there. So there's some triplets I've just got to top up. We'll do that when we get back. So I'm just back down at the shed again. I bought us some milk with me, so we're just going to top those triplets off. But first of all, I'm just going to pop over the barrier and check this lamb. But by the looks of it, it looks perfectly fine. I can see over here that it's up and suckling, so that's really good news. This singlet was born like whatever it was, half an hour ago. So he's up, suckling, and looking good. One thing I'm just going to do now, I'm just going to check that her milk's okay, just to make it 100% sure. He looks like he's drunk, but I want to be double sure, so just going to check her milk. So yeah, she's got plenty of milk, so I'm just going to leave them now. Nice full stomach, so yeah, really good news. Now we'll go and feed these triplets. Alright mate, time for a top up. So I've just heard something in the top shed that sounds like it could be lambing, so I'm just going to pop up there and then we'll get back to feeding these because they're not quite as urgent. So as I thought, there's something lambing here. So you see this ewe just there, she's got a bit of mucus dribbling out of her, so she's going to lamb anytime soon. So what I'll do is I'll pop down that shed and carry on feeding those lambs and come back because I think she's going to lamb really soon. It's quite imminent, so we'll see how she gets on. Also guys, just before I go down, there's a ewe over here just scratching a nest, so there could be two about to lamb. I'll just show you what it looks like just so you know. So that's a real big sign of lambing, so yeah, we could have two lambs very imminently. Well, no, we could have 4 lambs very imminently. We'll leave them to it and come back in 10. You go first as you. Good, Lammy. So we've got these 3 to top up. These are triplets, and with some mums they feed triplets completely fine, but with some others they just need topping up because obviously it's a lot of lambs for the mum to cope with. So these 3 in here we're just topping up. I'm feeding them like every 2-3 hours, so just keeping them topped up. We're not fully feeding them, but yeah, just making sure they're fit and healthy. So I'm cracking on with this and then we'll go and check those that are lambing in the top shed. So we're just back up to the top shed now guys, and this is the ewe there. She's still in the same stage as she was before, so what we're going to do is leave her for half an hour, let her chill out, and she'll probably get on with it better when I'm not here. So we're going to pop back up and chill for half an hour, let her get on with it, and then hopefully she'll be alright then. So just got back down, and now the water bag's out of that ewe, so I can't remember what time it is, it'll be on screen, but yeah. So the water bag's now out of the ewe, so she's there. So I reckon what I'll do is give her another 20 minutes for herself, see how she's getting on, and if she's had no progress I'll just have a feel to see how she's getting on. So we'll pop back inside, I'll have a quick check of the triplets and singles, and yeah, we'll come back see how she's getting on. So just come down to the triplets now, and we've had another lamb. So one of the triplets has just landed in the corner literally as I've walked in, so go to the lamb, make sure it's alright. So just down here, oh, she's had 2, so she's got 1 more to have. She's literally just had these as I've been checking them up there, so we'll have a check for her, and as they're that close to the pen, which is literally there, we'll just pop them in the pen now and let her have the 3rd one. So that's the ewe and the 2 lambs. What I'll do now, I'm just going to have a quick feel to make sure the 3rd one's alright, and then we'll go back up there and check them. Good girl. Good girl. Clever, come on, give it a lick. Clever girl. Clever girl. So that's that lamb. So just down there. What I'm going to do is leave her now. I'm going to sort out the single that's over there. So, busy time. Alright, girl. Alright, Emmy. That's that single penned up then. So there he is. I mean, there she is, I should say. Really nice ewe lamb. The triplets are all okay over there. So I'm going to pop up to the top shed. Oh, the alarm's going off. That size go up. So just before I nipped up to the top shed, I've just had to check if they're milking alright. The single ewe's fine, and the one with triplets is right on one half, but one side's got a really big nipple, so what I'm going to have to do is milk some off it, and then what I'll probably do is tube those lambs there with their own colostrum. So we'll go to the top shed, get that sorted afterwards. Still no lambs for the girl up here, so we'll leave her a while and sort some water out for them. So calm down now, rush over, we're just going to give her some time and see how she gets on. That wasn't too bad going. I got like 3/4 of a bottle of colostrum off of it, and now the nipples come down, so it was really swollen up because obviously she's full of milk. So now I'm going to get the tube these. In the meantime, I'll keep checking out you in the top shed. So that's the stomach tube ready, and obviously it's milk straight out of their own mum, so this is the perfect colostrum for them. So colostrum, for any of you guys wondering, is the first milk out of the ewe, so this is full of goodness. It's like a mini vaccination for the lambs to protect them for the first couple of weeks of life. So the reason I'm stomach tubing them is to get milk into the stomach straight away, as I know she's only got 1/4, so rather get them all fed than leave them and risk it. So now we've got the lamb ready for some colostrum, so what we do is feed the pipe down the side of his mouth, and this will go straight down into its stomach, just like so. Then it wants about 50 mils, so still feeding it, and this milk will then drop down. Right. So that's one down, 2 to go. That's all those 3 colostrum now, and the single over there is sucked on his mum, so I'm happy with them. We're going to go up to the top shed. If she hasn't lambed yet, I'm going to have a feel to see how she's getting on. So she still hasn't lambed yet, and she's been pushing for quite a while now, so what I'm going to do is just have a check inside her to make sure they're okay, and then I might just lamb her just to make sure that they're out and safe. So that's the plan now. I'm going to crack on and do that. Come on, girl. Let's have a look. Good girl, good girl. So here guys, I've just managed to lamb the ewe, but unfortunately the lamb was in there a bit too long and it was coming backwards, so what I've done is swung the lamb, and this has meant that I'm getting the fluid out of it to make sure that there's no fluid inside the lamb, and basically so it takes its first breath. After this I was struggling to lamb the second one because my hand's just too broad, and I called for assistance from Lauren, who's lambing for us this year. There you go, come on. There you go. Good girl. Thank God I've got you. Lick this one now, girl.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Go on. Right, so that was a bit dramatic. I had to go and get Lauren, as you probably saw, because I lammed the first one that came up backwards, and then I couldn't physically get to one. My wrist is just too wide at times to get them, so I had to go and get Lauren, who's the person that helps us lambing, and she just helped me get the second lamb out. But they seem fairly happy, and he's licking them now. The one's already up trying to get to the teat, so that's really good. Now, plan is gonna go and feed those lambs again, and then chat round, hopefully get some rest. So as you can see, I'm now inside. Had a bit of a chill half an hour now because all the lambs are fed, nothing's lambing, all the lambs are suckling, so I'm happy. I'll go and check them in about half an hour, as I say, and while that's happening, I've got the cricket on, so that's ideal. I'll see you guys in a bit. So we just managed to get 45 minutes kip. I come down the shed, we have another triplet lambing and another triplet lambing. So I pulled this one out here because there was a leg back. That one's lambed itself, so I'm going to have another feel inside of this one. So that's just getting on, but it's nearing the end of the shift, so it's been a long one today, but getting on really well. I think that means we've had 7 lambs so far, so I'll see how I get on with her. She seems alright, but let's get on. So I just lambed the final 2 out of her and they're looking alright, so she's just licking them now. And she's a good mum. That's another old ewe, so we'll leave her to it now. Oh. Now on to the next one, we'll see how that one goes. I've just got a catcher. I think I'm going to have to lamb this one too. She already had one, but she's been pushing a few minutes, so best to get them out. That's the one out. Another one lambs, leg back, onto the third. So that is the next set of triplets lambs. The first lot, they're all stood up, and these are all okay, guys. So really good end to this night shift. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock now, so I think I'm going to finish the video. But yeah, it's been a bit of a fun one. So I had 7 lamb. Yeah, for some people that's not so busy. For us, that's quite a lot. I think that's the most I've ever had lamb in a night. So a great one to do a video on. But yeah, if you did enjoy it today, guys, please give it a massive like. You know, see more stuff like this, please smash that subscribe button. And don't forget, videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30. Thank you for watching. Cheers, guys.